You've Got Me Covered. Cover Me Bad. Which is when we play a cover version of a well-known hit.
Just see the sort of effort that goes into the show.
There's a lot of work.
We've learned something. We've learned the only bird with a penis is the swan. We've had an interesting anecdote where he saw Orville.
I saw Orville.
Yeah.
Keith Harrison.
We've had a film review, Rain Man.
Informative.
An award-winning film I reviewed today.
Yes.
So
that was an Oscar winner. Carl.
Ants. There's been things about ants.
Ants never sleep.
Yeah.
If you missed the beginning, you won't know that fact.
We've had various songs,
music,
and that.
Beautiful.
So carry on, Steve.
Cover Me Up. The White Stripes. Everyone's raving about them, Rick.
Sure.
They are an exciting band, and this is their cover of the Dolly Parton classic Jolene.
Love it already.
White Stripes and their version of Jolene. What did you make of it, Rick?
I loved it. Good. I want to ask Carl a question though, because Carl sometimes in awe of this newfangled world that we live in. What do you think of the scenario? What do you think is going on there? Because it's a bloke singing to a woman, begging her not to take his man. What do you think's going on there?
Say again.
Well, that's a bloke there singing.
Yeah, to his wife Jolene.
Right. Were you listening to the lyrics, or?
You see, I got mixed up anyway. I thought it was about that one about the person who chucks himself off a bridge. So I was thinking more about that than listening to that one.
Right, listen.
Well, go on it.
Right. Jolene, I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. You flaming locks of auburn hair, even though you can, don't. He's all I've got. You're a beautiful woman. Don't take my man, because I can't compete with you, right?
Yeah.
What do you think's going on there, though? Because, you know, it's Dolly Parton singing it, we know what's going on. They're fighting over the same man, aren't we?
Yeah.
What do you think's going on when a bloke's singing it to Jolene? What do you think of the scenario there?
That's one of them names, isn't it? That could be a bloke's name. It's like Leslie.
Oh, Christ. Okay, sorry, it was a...
I wish you'd not asked him that question. It's so exhausting.
I love him.
Do ants sleep, Carl? Which bird's got a cock? Swan. Okay, nice one. Listen, I want to play that song for various people who've emailed and phoned in saying they want requests. We don't really play requests on the show. We'd like to mention them anyway. Matt Barr, Magic Thighs. That's not Matt Barr's Magic Thighs, that's Matt Barr and Magic Thighs. Yeah. Kieran in Dublin, Stuart in Hackney, Lisa and Alison in Crouch End, and Glenn in Crystal Palace, who was phoning up with a nice message earlier. All of you, thanks for listening, and thanks for enjoying it. Sorry we didn't play your requests, but tune in next time, it'll be fun. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say, really.
Here's tragic.
What's tragic?
What did you want me to say about that song?
Just your opinion. Your own opinion was fine. In fact, your own opinion is better than anything I could really hope for. Without doubt. Whenever I ask you a question...
You constantly surprise us.
Yeah. It's wonderful. So only ever... Carry on telling the truth. Carry on saying exactly what's on your mind. And I think this could become a great...
You're like a man who was frozen in Victorian era and has been reawoken and he's kind of discovering the world. Some things make sense, other things don't. It's beautiful.
As opposed to one that was made in a castle in Victorian times, like Steve.
Oh, that's just...
Oh, I've joined in with Carl.
I can't believe it.
I'm sorry.
On my side.
Yeah, no, it was irresistible though, wasn't it? I'm really sorry. Should we play a record? Right, I'm afraid that is about it from us.
Absolutely. I always leave the ladies with the song, Rick, as you know. And the song for the ladies this week, again, it comes from the free giveaway CD that comes with this excellent little magazine called Comes With a Smile. And there's always something interesting.
How are you spelling that?
I've played the Mull Historical Society before. This is a track, it says it's just a demo, which is, I don't know why, if they've been picked up, it's outrageous. They're called Sloan, and this is called Pretty Together. See you next time.
Goodbye. Sum 41 and In Too Deep. If you're listening now, you're in too deep. It's the Ricky Gervais Show. Run for the hills.
No. Classic.
Yeah.
With Steve Merchant.
Yeah. Whose birthday it is today. Yeah. So someone never listened before and they heard that link. They're thinking, great, it's proper radio at last. XFM 104.9, just gone 1:05. Steve, do you want some great music today?
I'd love to hear some great music.
Well, I've brought in some good stuff. I've brought in Oasis, we've got Radiohead, I've got some Dre, I've got some Alba, I've got some Jimmy Webb. I'm looking forward to that. You know, we're keeping it real.
Oh, absolutely.
I've got Charlatans, I've got Nirvana.
Any Sade?
There's no Sade.
No, that's a shame.
No, but I've been looking through the library and I have found 4 non-blondes.
Brilliant.
Looking from yesteryear.
Looking forward to that later, Rick.
Yeah.
It was Carl, it was you that worked out the maths and worked out I was 28, because they just worked out I'm 27.
You are 27.
No way.
Yeah, I asked you, didn't I? And I said...
No, but what I sort of questioned was, I said, well, if you're 27 today, that means last week you were 26.
Well done, yeah. That's irrelevant. So therefore you assumed that I must be 28 then?
Yeah.
Whereas I assumed you were using, you know, your knowledge of maths, such as it is.
I wouldn't do that.
No, sure.
Wow. I actually got lost in that conversation because I genuinely didn't know what he meant would mean last week you were 26. I don't know what that meant.
I don't know what it meant.
Wow. Well, it is Steve's birthday.
Well, he would have been 26 last week.
Sometimes you genuinely frighten me because it's those staring eyes. There's nothing behind him. It's this little bald head. Looks like Davros looking at me. Genuine fear on his face when he enters into a conversation with another human being.
What bit don't you understand? If he's 27 today, he would have been 26 last week, and he doesn't look 26. He didn't look 26 last week. He looks older than 28 today.
You've started on his birthday. You're still having a go at him.
Carl, I don't look like the kind of hot stud that I actually am, but face facts, that's the truth, mate.
Yeah, live with it.
Get with the programme, jeez.
Well, let's have a little bit of cake.
Okay, oh, that's appropriate.
See
the
what I
birthday. But you mean the band, don't you? Not the cake. You haven't actually bought cake, have you? Got anything at all?
Cake, short skirt, long jacket, sort of fashion sort of.
Sure.
Single.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered something. Right? Think that like short skirt, long jacket. Once I was watching daytime TV. I was unemployed. It was the early days of it was about mid-80s. And
who was hosting?
It was sort of like one of those Eamon Holmes and someone, or like Rich and Jupiter, but not as good, not as. Yeah. And the link she went, well, after the break, Leo Sayers popping in, tell us about clothes for the shorter man. I stayed tuned. He came on. He went.
Leo Sayer?
Yeah. He went. Wear a short jacket.
Why wear a short jacket?
Optical illusion. You're going. Well, that jacket. It couldn't be a foot long because that'd be mad. So it's 2 foot long. So he's 6 foot. So I'm looking at him there. I'm looking at him. Don't get too close. Just look at the jacket. How tall are you, Leo? Well, work it out.
Yeah.
This jacket's presumably about.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Of course it is. Yeah. Yeah.
But Leo, you're famously quite a short man. In fact, I saw you on TV talking about clothes for the shorter man.
No, but look at the jacket from there. Yep, you must be about 6 foot. So you had to walk around looking like a bullfighter, just for this illusion at like 50 paces.
What's the other thing about stripes? Is it?
Yeah. Horizontal stripes widen you.
Make you look fatter?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So good advice, good fashion advice for anyone listening.
On XFM 104.9.
Leo Sayer there offering some topic. We should get Leo in, maybe offer some new stuff.
For your birthday, a little special Leo Sayer visit for your birthday. Got any presents yet?
I've received nothing yet. But then my parents haven't come up, and they're the ones that normally bring gifts.
Oh yeah.
They are coming up later, and I always look forward to my father's gifts.
Yeah.
Because they are remarkable. I don't know what he's thinking sometimes. I don't understand the logic. I mean, if I explain some of the gifts he's bought in the past, maybe you could figure out. I once opened, I think I was about 14.
Right.
And, I liked all the stuff that you like at 14, the ladies, obviously. Pop music.
Yeah, sure.
Fashion.
Yeah.
And that's why he bought me, on audio cassette, the collected wartime speeches of Sir Winston Churchill.
It's a good gift. Did you listen to him?
Well, I'm not sure when you'd ever be in the mood to listen to that, to be honest. We'll fight on the beaches, all that.
All the classics, all the classic hits.
I don't know when you listen. I think unless you're under attack, I don't think you'd ever listen to that.
Did you not even listen to it?
I kind of stuck. But when are you gonna be in the mood to put that on?
No, but just because it was a gift.
But I always remember being once. This was.
But what if he tested you? Go, do you like track 4? Yeah. Oh, some chicken, some neck. Oh, I love that, Dad. Yeah. But I think they're doing a remix.
But he said to me once. He said to me, "Never forget, son."
He didn't.
Yeah, and I went, I don't remember, Dad. It was mad, and it was like because he was quite into sort of, but he was into like the military and all that kind of and war history and stuff. So
are you allowed to tell an anecdote about your dad on radio? Can I just give you a clue, just in case? Can you tell the thing about the shed?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Too complicated. Too long.
All right. Okay.
But I remember this was true. I remember I had it on once because I just stuck it on because I thought I ought to. And my dad came in. He was pleased to see I was listening to it. And he was like, we just sort of stood there listening. And I was with my sister coming in with one of her quite attractive friends. Teenage friends as well, and I'm a teenager as well. And it's like, and just this woman walking by, she goes to the same school or whatever, quite fit. And I'm just stood there with my father, listening to "We All Fight Them on the Beaches," "Never in the Field of Human Conflict" of so many, and just remember looking at her as she passes, just looking at Oh, Rick, if you're ever in a war situation and you need some morale, come to me.
Yeah, you'll just
That's what you're right,
quote me out. What about a little bit of White Stripes?
I've got some more gifts that I can tell you about afterwards.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Look forward to it.
Oasis, Morning Glory before that, White Stripes, Hotel Yorba. Oasis, of course, I think got in the... have you been watching that VH1 Top 100 album?
I have indeed, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, number one. Do you remember what number one was?
Joshua Tree,
See,
U2.
Yeah, now, good album.
It's not the greatest album ever, is it?
Of all time.
I mean, I know it's an arbitrary list, but even so.
Yeah, you sort of feel comfortable with it being the Beatles or
exactly.
You know,
you kind of
Gaye
or even Pet Sounds.
Exactly, and then yeah, maybe
I don't think
maybe it's a generation shift. There's enough people now.
But it was sort of, what I found odd in the list was it started off with, I think it was like the Doors. I remember there was Velvet Underground and stuff. You know, these kind of respected album classics. And then there was things like, you know, Stars, Simply Red. I mean, it was a big seller and it's well produced, or whatever, but an odd choice for the greatest albums ever. And then I remember there was things like that Texas album.
Yeah.
Is it White on Blonde or whatever it was? And I just think, again, is it just based on albums that have sold well, you know, via the Britannia Music Club?
But that's always the thing, isn't it? It's so like any poll, like I remember, I think it was last year, the greatest lyrics of all time. One was Imagine by John Lennon, which is, you know, if anything's
it's a solid classic.
And there was like, you know, maybe a Dylan or another Beatles one, like, and in the top 5 was Robbie Williams songs.
Robbie Williams?
Yeah.
One of the worst lyricists ever.
Well,
just
not the
just
worst,
a collection of words.
Yeah, just, well, annoying, yeah. Thing, you know, and it was that thing, a man, 1,000 fags, you know, like my dad, and that's gonna take you to the bridge. Postmodern sort of. Yeah, but that's a reflection of the sheer weight at the moment, isn't it? So it's always going to be 4 of all time, and then the biggest thing that year. That, you know,
I suppose so.
But that's why Coldplay and Travis are getting, and they're good. But I mean, you know, I don't think they'll be at the same position next year.
No,
I think you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's just
But it's just, I mean, I get frustrated with those lists because they just always seem so arbitrary.
I think we've forgotten we're on the radio, because that was a pretty boring link, wasn't it? Because we're just talking like we're alone.
A lot of people probably haven't even seen the VH1 show.
Yeah.
Not interested in the late.
Are we losing it? Are we, you know what I mean?
Listen, I'll be honest with you, Rick. It's my birthday today. Last night I went out. I got a little bit wasted.
Yeah.
So I'm hungover this morning. I didn't get to bed before 11. Right, so
Yeah,
it's like
too much
no, I was pretty wild last night. In actual fact, and I have to say, I went to
God knows how many units I have.
I went to the Monarch in Camden.
Monarch, yeah.
There was some kind of groovy night on. I went to the door. I got a load of mates with me. I said, any discount for XFM DJs?
You didn't really?
Yeah, I did. I was a bit drunk. He went, who are you? I went, Steve Merchant, Ricky Gervais. He went, Steve Merchant's brilliant. You can come in for free.
No, he did.
Yes, he did. I swear to God. He said, yes, you did. He said, and I said, what about mates? He went, it's £5. They can have £1 off. He said, and I think basically, Rick, I think I also agreed that you'd DJ there. I can't remember, but if the guy is listening, he can maybe let us know if I promised that. I might have signed something, I can't remember.
Oh, God. Oh,
but anyway, it was a good night.
This is like one of those 50s sitcoms when, you sold my soul to an angel.
Exactly.
Oh, how am I going to get out of this?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
So, anyway, if you go down to the Monarch, maybe next week, Ricky Gervais playing. That'll be fun.
Well, that was Elbow and Red off Asleep in the Back. I love that.
Great song.
Got sort of early Peter Gabriel, and that's wonderful. Well, we were talking about, like, your birthday and everything.
Yes.
Presents, and then I found out I'd been signed up to DJ at a club in Camden.
Looking forward to that.
To get you in. I
got in for free. My friends got in at £1 off.
I was just when the record was playing there, I said, why did you do that? Why did you try and get in free? Right? He goes, impressing my mates. Now, how impressive is it that Steve Merchant can get you in a place for £1 off?
Oh.
Yeah, you what would save money? Go with Steve. If they recognise him or have heard the show, you get £1 off. That is great.
I'm a quality discount.
I don't know what you like more, though, because I know you, and I think it wasn't just the acclaim and the fact that you got it was the £1 off you liked.
The money off was exciting to me.
That was great.
Any discount would have been fine.
I imagine you made them all buy you a drink with
several
to the value of £1.
It ended up costing them a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, have I ever? This is probably the most embarrassing of those entrance stories.
Yeah.
I was down in South London once, went down to some party that was taking place in some kind of swanky bar, where there was a doorman on the front and a charge. I think it was something mental, like a tenner to go in. It was crazy. It was ludicrous. I don't know what I was doing down there. And I was in the queue.
We'll establish what you mean by swanky later, because that could be.
It was a posh place.
Was it?
And so there's a queue outside, and there was one of these doormen who thought it was like kind of Studio 54. He was like sort of, you know, choosing people who could come in. Yeah, you two come in now. You know, and I've been there for ages, obviously.
Oh,
I was on my own because I got there late.
And clogged.
Exactly.
You thought, I've dressed up for this.
And there were these two girls next to me. I'm thinking, if I'm in a queue, I've told you before, if I'm in a queue and if I'm stuck with two girls, you know, I'm thinking, oh, what a great opportunity, you know, use the old merchant charm. Yeah. And so I'm there, and I'm sort of thinking, you know, I kind of sort of give them a nod or whatever, you know, a wink.
Yeah.
And they're loving it.
Yeah. They moved to the back.
They're putty in my hands, really, because you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, to really seal this off, I'll get us in. Like, I'll sort of skip the queue. So the guy sort of coming along, he's picking people off, the doorman, and I just grabbed him. like that. And I said it so everyone could hear. Right? And I thought this was brilliant. I said to him, how much is it? He went, 10 quid. I went, I'll give you 7. That was my bribe. I'll give you 7. That's the whole £3. No, that can't be right.
No.
He must have said a £5, and I said I'll give you 7.
Yeah,
that makes more sense, doesn't it?
That's giving him a £2 incentive.
A £2 incentive.
That's it. I'll give you 7. You can make up the 10.
Exactly.
You can, if you let me in, you can put in 3 yourself, mate. That never works, does it?
He said to me. I can't be bothered. I'm just gonna have a kip, I think. I'm so tired.
Was it percentages that put you off?
That frazzled me initially.
I mean, it's a funny anecdote when you're giving him £2.
Yeah.
It's even funnier when you're getting him
when
to
he's
put up
paying
stuff.
me as well.
Oh, I love it. Right, we're gonna play a record. Then we're really gonna concentrate. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais Show.
Steve Merchant's also involved. Oh, go to bed now.
Oh no.
Hello, this is Tony Blackburn. It's the time of year when I like to help somebody far less fortunate, or dare I say talented, than myself. I'm talking, of course, about Christian O'Connell's Breakfast Show. You've heard it. It needs all the help it can get, doesn't it? So this Christmas, help a London breakfast show. I won't, because I actually don't give a toss. But you crackheads might.
Cypress Hill, Superstar, still to come. We've got such great bands as New Order, Ash, Nirvana, Radiohead. Song for the Lovers at about 2 o'clock is a beautiful song by Jimmy Webb.
Lovely,
Steve.
looking forward to it.
Now, it's Steve's birthday. It's XFM 104.9. He's 27.
Yes.
We're both a little bit hungover.
Yes.
Now, every link we've started hasn't really sort of...
It's not really come to fruition, if I'm being honest.
Nothing's happened.
I mean, sometimes they're just all out, kind of, there's just blunders in them.
Yeah. Or like this one, we've already run aground. Yeah. I think it might be a mixture of us, like we've been on this station for a little while, we're losing the will to live.
Bored.
But we're going to buck up our ideas.
Can I just ask a
I
quick
said
question?
buck up, by the way, just
Can
in
I
case.
just ask a quick question though, because I mean,
listening to want to complain.
My birthday today, and therefore last night I went out, and you know that's my excuse for being a little bit tired and a little bit hungover.
Yeah.
What's your excuse? Because you didn't come out.
No, I know.
I mean, you conscious you had the show today. What were you doing? Staying at home, just drinking?
Yeah. Having a little a couple. Me and Jane went.
What time
to
did
say
you go to
goodbye
bed?
to someone about 1.
Well, that's stupid. What I'm saying is, no, I mean, it's your name all over the show. You know, I'm a nobody. I got no reputation.
Yeah. Although
Thankfully.
you get a quid off in most clubs in
That's
Camden.
fair enough.
I think just drop. If anyone out there, if you're sort of like tall, sort of, I'll answer your birthday, but I'm just got to do a description. This is nothing nasty. It's pretty. If you're sort of like a lanky sort of geek, and you know, you can do a Worsley accent, then maybe you can pretend to be Steve Merchant and get in quid off. Is that all right?
That's fine,
Yeah. No, because some people would take that as a personal...
That's offensive.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. So we were talking about... Should we play a record? Is that link too long already before we actually got to something?
I'm already bored.
God, we've got to get to something. We've got to do
Carl,
something.
why don't you contribute something? You've been silent.
Now that is scraping the bottom about
It really
like
is, isn't
we're in trouble. Oh no. Oh, we're failing. Who can we bring on that's surefire, always delivers,
Audio
snappy?
dynamite.
Yeah, Carl.
The big guns.
Come on, Carl.
I was just thinking, there is nobody else who looks like Steve.
He's done ya.
That's outrageous. Although, to be honest with you, that insult has resurrected things.
Yeah, well done. Play a little tune, and then we're
Got a
going
little
back.
bit of a sniffle as well, I think.
Yeah.
Cold or something probably coming off.
Bit late there, Carl. You should have come in a bit earlier there. Suede there.
What I like is the complete lack of professionalism on our part.
Yeah.
It's like we've got a bit of a headache, a little bit tired, just that's it then.
You can't fight that. You can't fight that.
But, I mean, the thing is, as you well know, Rick, there are certain DJs on this station, you know, drunkards. There's at least 2 I know of who are smackheads.
Yeah.
And, you know, they still manage...
But